Hi everybody, this is Adrienne Joyce of Miss Joyce Tarot, and I'm here with the weekly tarot scope, and this is where I pull a card for each of the zodiac signs, and it could be applied to your sun, moon, or rising. And if this is the first time that you've been with me, I also do a daily card of the week. You can find out those videos here on my YouTube channel, and I pull a card for a collective every single day. And so with the events that have been going on recently, and specifically with the murder of George Floyd while he was in police custody in Minneapolis, I have been questioning, why do I do this? Why do I pull a card? Why do I do this? And I also kind of thought maybe, should I even do this video today, this week, or even ever, because the continual brutality at the hands of the police for black people in this country has been going on for such a long time. I've been around for a long time, and it has always been this way. And this is 2020, and we're still dealing with this now. And it is frustrating. It is infuriating, if those words can even remotely describe how I feel. And I'm sure so many others of you out there, excuse me while I pick up this card. And so, we're talking about George Floyd now, but this is really the camel that is really breaking, the stick that is breaking the camel's back. This George Floyd, and I pray for his family and for him and for, anybody involved in his life, and also, all of us who are hurting because of this event. And, it just so happens that at this point in time, he is really standing in for the countless amount of people who have been brutalized at the hands of the police here in the United States. And so many people have been killed. Some we hear about and some we don't. And there are so many people who have been beat up, raped, and otherwise just brutalized at the hands of the police. This has been going on forever. And these are all manifestations of things that have really been that have gone on since slavery. I'm sorry, there's somebody working outside, so you may hear some noise. But this has been going on for centuries. We've never really healed from the ravages of slavery. We talk about going back to normal with the coronavirus, and are we still doing that? Are we still doing the pandemic now? But people are starting, the restrictions in some places are starting to loosen, and but we have to do it carefully, of course, because we don't want disease to spread. We don't want, now that some places have seen a flattening of the curve, we don't want there to be more cases of the virus. But when slavery was abolished, it was just like, okay, slavery's over, and there were no careful measures, there were no plans put in place. And a lot of the slaves, they were emancipated but had nowhere to go. And so they ended up, a lot of them staying on the same plantation where they were slaves, and now becoming sharecroppers, and being able to have some of the food or whatever crop they had, that they were cultivating for their former slave master, but still earning them money. Okay, and then others, who were set free and moved to the north, or moved away from their plantation of origin, they had to pick up the pieces whatever way they could, with broken families, trying to start over with absolutely no direction. And the trauma of slavery has been passed down over the generations, even to now. And the sense of privilege that some people have enjoyed, and it's not blaming people, but this is what happens, over time, over generations. Some people enjoy a certain privilege and they're not even aware of the ways in which their lives are so not affected by issues of race. And when you're a black person in America, once there are times when you can really relax and say, okay, I'm just a person. And then there are times when you have to really remember you're black, and have to deal with it and have to work around it. And so now, and I wonder, can I do this? And this is, what, I don't just pull cards. I don't shuffle the cards and just pull one. Oh, okay, now we have the Wheel of Fortune. I don't do that. What you don't maybe realize or see is that I am, with every card I pull, I have the intention of getting that message from Spirit. That I believe that whatever card I pull is what Spirit has intended me to pull, and whatever I say about that card is the message that is intended for each of the zodiac signs when I'm doing these tarot scopes. And when I do the daily general tarot readings, the card is meant for a particular day. I pull a card for Monday, I pull a card for Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And when I pull that card, I'm asking Spirit for the message for that day. Okay, it's not just something I'm memorizing from the meanings of these tarot cards. And with all the upheaval that is going on in the world today, I wonder, what is that for? Does it really mean anything? And so, right now I'm feeling a little bit stronger than I did maybe an hour ago, or maybe as I was thinking about this last night. I really didn't sleep much last night, and I'm thinking that, just as George Floyd, he's an individual person, but at this time he is representing so much more, that we are just so tired, and we're not going to stand for it. And it's not just for black people. If you are any race, it doesn't matter what race you are, if you are not outraged by this, then you are seriously disconnected from your humanity. And I don't know whether you have seen the video of this man's death. It is captured on video, and you can, you don't have to be a particular color. Imagine if, when you watch the video, superimpose your face on his. Think about how you would feel with your face and neck pressed against the hard concrete. And what would your last words be? What would your last words be? He spoke about, I can't breathe, several times. I don't know how many times, for how many minutes. He talked about the pain, and he called out for his mother. He called out for his mama. And so what would your last words be if that were you laying on the ground? So, but, as I do this work, I have to realize that, I'm not the only one doing this. I have, a few viewers, and there are other people who are also doing this light work. There were so many people pulling cards. There were astrologers. There are people out here just generally speaking about topics of spirituality. And I think that the work that we have been doing as a group, of light workers, that is what has really caused this moment here in 2020 for the darkness to be illuminated. And this is what we're seeing. We are seeing the darkness. We are actually seeing the darkness. I think that some people who were at first thinking, oh, well, you know, these poor black people, you know, we're so sorry that things are happening to them. I think that they're really starting to see things from, and I hope, and I think I see evidence of it, and I hope this is true, that people are starting to see that no, it's we should all be as equally outraged that a human being was treated like that and died like that on the street, and we should be equally as saddened that someone who is just lost, so lost that this person could actually do that, you know, so damaged of an ego, or so damaged in some whatever way that could even be possible, and that we as a country and a collective really have been negligent in dealing with issues of race. So, you know, we have to go through this period of pain, and upheaval, of righting these wrongs, of illuminating the darkness and dealing with them straight up, not turning a blind eye, not numbing ourselves as we often do. You know, we're dealing with it now. And, you know, I just pray for everyone, because there are lives being sacrificed in this cause of illuminating the darkness. But, you know, I pray and I truly believe that at the end of the day, you know, we can start to live our lives, all of us as a collective, with more authenticity and more compassion for each other as humans. And this is what I'm praying. This is what I hope. And so this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm here. And I think this is why you're here. If you're listening to this, this is why you're here. And so if you're here, I'm here. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please look at the links in the description box. And please like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. And now I'm going to pull a card for each of the zodiac signs. You can apply the reading to your sun, moon, or rising. I'm going to start with Aries, sun, moon, or rising. And your card for the week is the Five of Wands. So this may be a week where things are a little bit contentious. You know, this could be really at your job, or it could even be with, you know, anyone that you are interacting with on a regular basis. Sometimes, you know, when we look at other people and see what they're doing, and, you know, they may make a remark about what you're doing, or your work, or they may criticize it or something like that, that can really spur you on to do better, or even to say, you know what, that's not true. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm good. I'm just as good as you, or I'm even better. So sometimes, just, you know, if this happens to you this week, just take that as inspiration that you can really stand up with the best of them. And so now we're going to move on to Taurus, sun, moon, rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Taurus, your card this week is the Page of Swords. So this is really a week for you to put into practice any ideas that you have. And this may be a week where you are going to have to step on a few toes in order to get your point across. And it may be better if you try to curb that, but sometimes you have to say things the way they are. And if you are called to be blunt, then go for it. Because your ideas are worthy of being heard, and they need to be said in the way that you want to say it. So no holds barred. Be the brilliant person that you are and say what it is that you have to say. And so now we're going to move on to Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Gemini, your card this week is the King of Swords. So, once again, this is you really becoming the master of your own thoughts. You can be the authority this week. You can really be a leader. You can be the one who has to make decisions. Maybe you're a decision maker for your family or the group that you work with, or some other type of gathering, that where you are called upon to really make the decisions, and the buck kind of stops with you. And if that's the case, take that responsibility with relish. Enjoy it. Know that you are up for the challenge. And this doesn't mean that you are not compassionate, but at the end of the day, you have to really make your decisions based on what is logical and what makes sense based on the facts that you have before you. So now we're going to move on to Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Cancer, your card is the Four of Pentacles. So Cancer, this may be a time for you to pull in a little bit to really watch what you're doing. This could really apply to money matters, but it could be applied to anything that you are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. It could be your health. It could be, whatever you do to run the household, your day-to-day routine. And really the key here is to be disciplined. Don't spend too much money. Don't do something that's going to jeopardize your health. Make sure that, everything is running smoothly, because, this may be a week where things can get out of hand. So, just keep an eye on it. Don't be too anal, just make sure though that whatever is going on in your life, it is being taken care of properly. And so now we're going to move on to Leo. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Leo, your card is the Page of Pentacles. So Leo, this is really a good week for you also to pay attention to your practical matters. And this could be really a good week if you have any ideas pertaining to money, or improving on your business, or even doing something that is going to improve your everyday life. Or maybe you might want to start an exercise regimen or a diet or something like that. This is a really good time to start something like that. And don't go off on a fad though. Make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, that you really study the ins and outs. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to have the best chance of success. So make sure that you do your research, and so that you will be most prepared to achieve the success that you want to with this particular project. So now we're going to move on to Virgo. The sun, moon, rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Virgo, your card is the Ten of Cups. This is really a great card for you. This is a card where maybe, you are able to achieve some kind of emotional happiness, some satisfaction, some type of security. Maybe you are around your family, maybe you are surrounded by lots of friends, but you're really actually feeling at home, in your house, in your home. Your home life is really going well, and the people that you meet, on a day-to-day basis, you're just feeling the love. This is just a feel-good week for you. And so enjoy that, enjoy that wherever you can, however you can, spread that love that you feel to other people, and it just radiates out to, God knows where, Now we're going to move on to Libra. Sun, moon, rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Libra, your card for this week is the Tower. So this is a week where, something may come up for you and you are not going to be able to do anything but deal with it. Sometimes things just happen. It could be a buildup of things that have been going on for a long time, and now it's kind of finally coming to a head, and you have to deal with it. And sometimes it may come as a surprise. Sometimes because we don't, you may not be paying attention, or sometimes, as they say, shit happens. So basically, just ride the wave as much as you can. Sometimes things come up, but we just have to deal, and know that you will be able to handle whatever this situation is. And it could be, it could run the gamut. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, and maybe it is huge, maybe it's medium, maybe it's something very small, but whatever it is, know that you can really handle this, and that whatever it pertains to, it probably is something that needed to happen in order for you to move on and really be the person and have the life that you really want. So now we're going to move on to Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Scorpio, the card for you is the Nine of Swords. So Scorpio, this may be a week where you are dealing with all kinds of concerns and worries and stress. And, sometimes it's like that. And I think that on a general collective basis, we're all going through some stressful times here. But this could really be hitting you on a more personal level. So if that's the case, once again, ride the wave, breathe, meditate, and kind of try to I don't want to say distract, but don't try to take on all of this stress at one time. You may be in a position where you have to take it one step at a time. If there's a lot of things on your plate, take it one step at a time. Don't try to handle it all at once. And you may see that, it works out better for you. And if you need help, definitely reach out to any resources or people that you think may be able to help you. And so now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sun, moon, rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Sagittarius, your card for this week is the Nine of Pentacles. So this may be a week for you where things are going relatively well, where you feel good about yourself. You feel comfortable in your skin. Um, home matters are going well. Your health may be, you may be feeling, vital, very good. And you can really feel satisfied that this is something that you have attained for yourself. This is something that you've worked for, this sense of peace, this week of calmness. This is something that you have done. It's a culmination of all the effort that you've been putting in lately. So really enjoy that. The weather, at least around here, the weather is getting pretty nice. So, make sure you spend some time also out in nature, taking walks or even, in some way, shape, or form, enjoying the sunshine and the fresh air. So now we're going to move on to Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Capricorn, your card for this week is the Devil. Did you get this card last week? This is, the Devil card is the card for Capricorn, and it traditionally is associated with the sign of Capricorn. That's what I should say. And, this may be a time for you to really think about what it is that you're doing in your life that you feel trapped by, whether it's substance abuse, frankly speaking, or it could even be your relationships, your job situation, or anything where you feel uncomfortable, but you feel trapped, and that you think that you can't get out of it. You feel as if you are in hell, and you are chained like these people are in this card. But, a lot of times, as this card also depicts, the chains can be easily taken off. They're loosely around these people's necks, and it could be lifted off easily. But it takes your attitude. It takes you to really desire it, number one, and also to take the actions, number two, needed to get out of the situation that you don't want to be in. And it may have to be a methodical thing. It may take time, but no, don't just remember that you are not tied to anything that you don't want to be tied to. There are ways, and it may not be easy, but there are ways for you to get out of those situations. So now we're going to move on to Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Aquarius, your card for this week is the Knight of Swords. So this may also be a week where you are full of ideas and you are raring to go and you cannot be stopped, and sometimes, this is a necessary thing. Sometimes, we allow people to, change our minds, or we try to be nice, we try to get along, but sometimes, that is not always the best course of action. If you believe in something that you are passionate about, that you have thought about, you have an idea that you want to put forward, then go for it. Go for it. Try not to, just go for it. And let the chips fall where they may, but know that there could be consequences. People can come back at you as well, and if you're willing to take that chance that you might hurt someone's feelings, then they may come right back with a retaliation. If you're willing to if you're willing to deal with that, then go right ahead. And so now we're going to move on to Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Pisces, your card for this week is the Two of Cups. And so this is a really awesome lovey-dovey card, and perhaps, this could be the signal that you are really starting to gel in a romantic relationship, and that the two of you are getting closer, and this is just a nice time for you. This could be also you really becoming closer with friends or family, or a friend or a family. I really do see the twos of any suit to be a one-on-one thing, like one person and one person. So you were going to get close to somebody. And, we cannot forget that somebody could actually be yourself. You could really be really coming into your own and really feeling good about yourself and really feeling that self-love. We talk about self-love so much, in the spiritual community, and that is not an easy thing to achieve. But perhaps this is your week where you are actually feeling that, yes, I am awesome. So thank you everyone for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will talk to you soon.